Hey guys, welcome to our second Touchcast for Government. And for this week's Touchcast, y'all are going to be looking at the principles of the Constitution. So you're going to be looking at what are the basic principles or foundations of our government that we see in the Constitution. So the first thing you need to know is what are the 6 basic principles. And to do that, I want you to check out this document right here. This is a PDF. It's going to go over those 6 basic principles. You can read them right here, right now. Click on it. It'll take you there. You can print it off if you want. There are descriptions of each principle in there. You're going to need this document, though, to do the next part of this assignment. So if you want to pull up this document and leave it up when you're looking at the next website, you may want to swing over to my web page, and I have the document on there. It's called The Principles of the Constitution. So if you click on that, it will pull it up, and you will be able to reference it when you are looking at the next website. All right, so I'll give you a minute to go take a look, pull up that document, and have it ready to go. All right. Now hopefully you have those 6 principles, that document pulled up. Hopefully you've taken a look at that and seen what those principles are, things like popular sovereignty, judicial review, separation of powers, checks and balances, federalism. Those are the basic principles on which our Constitution and our government was founded. Now what you're going to do is go and take a look at the Constitution and see where we find each of those principles. So I'm going to hold this up right here. This is a copy of the Constitution. This copy has the original wording and everything like that. However, if you click on this, it's going to take you to a website that will have kind of a everyman's version of the Constitution. It's the Constitution put into plain English. All the same stuff is there. It's just the wording's a little bit different, a little bit easier to understand. So what we want you to do is look at that copy of the Constitution, go through it, and find examples of each of the principles. So go find examples of popular sovereignty. Go find examples of judicial review, examples of separation of powers, checks and balances, so on and so forth. What you need to do is you need to write down where did you find the example. Was it in Article 1, Article 2, Article 3? If it was in there, what section was it in? Was it in an amendment? Was it in the preamble? So you need to write down where you found it. And then what I want you to do also is write down the excerpt. So what did it say? Okay, so write down the actual wording from the website of where you found that. When you're done, come back and see me. Come back to the video, and I'll give you a few last-minute stuff. Okay? Alright, so hopefully you were able to look at the Constitution, or at least the plainer English version of it, and hopefully you were able to find some examples of those principles. Now, in case you didn't find 2, I want you to make sure, here's your list of things to do. Before you turn it into me, make sure I want 2 examples for each of the principles. So find 2 examples for popular sovereignty, 2 examples for judicial review, 2 examples for separation of powers, so on and so forth. So 2 examples. Make sure that in your examples you are writing the part of the Constitution where you found it from, so the article, section, amendment, preamble, wherever it was, and then also write the excerpt. So what did it say? Why are you using that example, basically? Of course, you need to turn it in by this Friday. So when you come to class this Friday, make sure you turn it in. If you get it done early, turn it in. And then the last thing is expect a quiz this Friday. Kind of expect a quiz on everything we've done up to this point. So looking at the Declaration of Independence, John Locke, social contract, the characteristics of citizenship, and then the principles of the Constitution. We'll take a short quiz over those things. Okay? Good luck, and we'll see you in class.